Well, I just finished stealing this rim off my neighbor's truck.
FBI, open up!
So once you finish cleaning off your tire, you can see that it already looks a lot better. But if you want to hide it from the cops like I am, you're going to want to sand down all the rough edges, preferably starting with 80 or 120 grit sandpaper, then going up to 400. Because that 400 primer will stick onto the wheel just fine. So when you're sanding your rim, you're going to want to keep it nice and flat so you can feel it with your hands. And if you can't really feel a difference between two textures, then you're fine. But one thing you should always do is, even if you don't use the 120 everywhere, like say when you're sanding down the rust or whatever, you're going to want to go over with 400 or 800 no matter what on everything, because that's where you're going to apply primer. And when you're done sanding, you're going to want to clean off your wheel again, get rid of all the dust, as you can see, that collects on my fingers. So once you're done priming, you're going to want to let it dry probably 15 minutes before you try any paint. But as you can see, this looks pretty good. And on a side note, when you pick out your paint for your tire, pick out something extremely durable. For example, the paint I recommend most is enamel based. Because enamel is the same material your teeth are made of. So if the paint's the same material as your teeth, it's got to be pretty damn tough. So in my case, they didn't have any Rust-Oleum, but Ace is also a pretty good paint brand. And in my case, Sand Enamel. Oh, and another thing, if you're gonna make a paint job just flat black, then you're gonna want flat black and just leave it like that. But if you want to make something shiny, you want a flat black and a clear coat on it. Or if you're gonna put two paints on top of each other, in my case, I'm going for a metal flake, which is gonna be a paint can full of black metal flakes. So you want something flat, not glossy, or else that top coat will not stick. Oh, you just caught me watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians for about an hour as I wait for my paint to dry. Now, the reason why I watch such a terrible show is because it makes the paint drying faster, because it slows your perception of time. So, now I must summon the ultimate touch. Oh, I'm already holding it. So when your paint is mostly dry, you want to wipe it down with a clean rag and gently, unless you've already waited the whole day for it to dry. In my case, however, I've only waited about an hour. So the reason why is because oftentimes dust or just loose paint flakes will gather up on the paint itself. So you want to wipe it down gently. Or if you had a whole day to dry, you can go with it and just wash it, with a microfiber cloth. So after about 2 hours of waiting for it to dry, your paint is pretty much ready. Although I would recommend waiting an extra day for it to fully harden before actually putting it on your car. But as you can see up close, that looks pretty damn good. But this is actually an extra step as well, and that's actually polishing the tire or the wheel. And this is really only done on a shiny paint job like mine, because it'll make it even shinier. So to put on polishing compound, you just get a microfiber cloth or a rag, and just buff it in there and buff out. And once you're done buffing, this is essentially what your wheel will look like. As you can see, there's little metal flakes with the black. And it actually looks pretty damn good. And even if I turn on flash, you can see it's very shiny. So yeah, that's how you repaint your rims to look better than new, or if you stole them, to hide them from the police.